As the Founding Fathers gathered on July 4th, 1776, to declare the birth of a new nation, they looked to the ancient stories of the Bible for inspiration. Franklin envisioned the United States as a modern-day Exodus, with Moses parting the Red Sea to lead his people to freedom. Jefferson proposed for the Great Seal of the United States, the image of the children of Israel guided by a divine hand through the wilderness. America was David against the British Goliath. The Pilgrim's journey from Britain was the Israelites fleeing Egypt. America's manifest destiny was the Israelites conquering Canaan. When delegates shuffled into Carpenter's Hall for the opening session of the Continental Congress, the first prayer was Psalm 35. The American Republic was born to the music of the Hebrew Bible. The tune of shared values has been shattered by the rampant anti-Semitism that has taken root on college campuses. On October 7th, Israel was attacked. Since October 7th, Jewish students across this nation have been under attack. My name is Eyal Yakoby. I'm a recent graduate from the University of Pennsylvania. No clapping. I am a proud Jew, but first and foremost, I am a proud American. When I enrolled at Penn, I expected an education, not a bomb threat against the Center for Jewish Life on campus, not a swastika spray painted inside a campus building, not the Chabad being vandalized, nor a student breaking into Hillel yelling "F the Jews." In the spring, my classmates and professors erected an encampment in the heart of Penn's campus. My peers waved the PFLP flag while chanting, quote, "All Qassam make us proud." As this was happening, students remarked, quote, "Burn filthy Zio and keep protesting louder. Hamas just made a statement and they're with us." American universities, once revered for their pursuit of knowledge, have adopted a syllabus of bigotry, violence, and harassment. To quote Reagan, "There is no safety in appeasement." And right now, our universities have become experts in nothing other than appeasement. Whether it's Trump's executive order combating anti-Semitism or the critical work being done in Congress, these are not just mere measures. They are critical actions to protect our campuses and students and uphold the principles of liberty and justice for all. When professors and students in the United States openly support Hamas, an organization that explicitly calls for the murder of every Jew, it is not that our students just feel unsafe. They are inherently unsafe. Who better to uphold Washington's promise to give bigotry no sanction than Representative Stefanik and Chairwoman Fox as they lead the charge in holding universities accountable? Or Chairman Smith and Jordan echoing Lincoln's vision of malice toward none as they ensure that radical domestic organizations are held accountable. And Speaker Johnson, who on April 24th traveled to Columbia University declaring neither Israel nor Jewish students on this campus will ever stand alone. Together, they stand as guardians of our nation's core values. In the words of Stefanik, the fight against anti-Semitism is a fight for the soul of our nation. Last month, Columbia Students for Justice in Palestine released a statement. And yes, they demonized Israel, but they also included that they are, quote, fighting for the total eradication of Western civilization. You know, these so-called anti-war protests did not start today. They started on October 7th, celebrating the massacre, celebrating the rape, murder, and maiming of Jews. My own classmates and professors at Penn organized a rally on October 8th where a speaker stated, quote, "I salute Hamas for a job well done." The State Department even confirmed that the IRGC is directly involved in the terror mobs on our streets. So no, these protesters do not have a point. Waving the flags of Hamas and Hezbollah is not a natural reaction. We need leaders who will unequivocally call out these individuals for what they truly are, and that is supporters of radical terrorism. We can't have leaders who say goodbye when asked about the execution of 6 hostages. While both Israel and Jews across the world are facing increasing threats, we must have leaders who will not waver, who will not back down from enemies of freedom. When the Trump administration executed the Abraham Accords, it was not just a strategic victory for Israel. It was a bold reassertion of American leadership in the Middle East. From acknowledging Jerusalem as the rightful and eternal capital of the Jewish people to recognizing the Golan Heights, President Trump has been unequivocal in his support for Israel and the Jewish people. Silence becomes injustice when the situation only continues to regress. President Trump has and continues to stand up for Israel and for American Jews, both with his words and through his actions. The United States' covenant to its people is liberty and justice for all. And our government must ensure these principles are being upheld. The covenant is not being upheld while Americans remain in captivity, unable to enjoy life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The covenant is not being upheld while American universities surrender to violent extremism. My fellow Americans, my fellow Jews, Israel is being targeted on 7 fronts. Jewish Americans are being targeted in their synagogues, in their kosher delis, in their kosher restaurants. And Jewish students are barricading themselves inside campus buildings just to stay safe. Right now, we need a leader who will defund the UN, defund UNRWA, defund universities that allow pervasive anti-Semitism, deport students on visas who violate our laws and wave the flags of terrorist organizations, and we need a leader who will bring them home. Thank you, and God bless America.